This is regular Minecraft.
Boring!
This is Better on Bedrock, a mod pack that adds new bosses, mobs, structures, and so much more. I am going to be surviving 100 days in Better on Bedrock, and my goals are to defeat all 7 bosses in the game, get the best armor, and beat the game. Let's get into it. On day 1, I spawned in with an info scroll and a quest scroll. I started by getting wood and making some tools. I then found a cave and decided to go down to look for iron. Unfortunately, I had to get a copper pickaxe in order to mine iron. I then found a village and went to sleep. When I woke up, I made an iron pickaxe. On day 2, I explored a mine shaft and found iron, and I ran into a trial chamber. On day 3, I mined my first diamond and found some more later but didn't get it on the recording. I also made a diamond pickaxe and mined some stardust ore. On day 5, I headed back home and smelted some iron to make armor. On day 7, I headed back to the village and almost died to a drowned with a trident. I lost footage from days 8 to 15 because of some technical problems. On day 15, I found a well that led into a dungeon and jumped in. I collected a Fletcher's table, some anvils, and headed deeper into the dungeon. The chest contained a diamond sword, emeralds, some books, and a diamond chestplate. On day 18, I found a wizard's house and it had a wizard that I could trade with to get staffs. I looted the chest and got a ton of golden apples and emeralds. On day 21, I crafted a medium backpack and prepared to move by packing what I needed. On day 22, I found a new village with a great looking structure next to it. I entered the structure, found a waystone, and put my stuff into a chest on the top floor. I then explored near the cherry houses and found a tower with some loot and another waystone which I took. On day 23, I trapped this goblin trader in a hole. On day 24, I explored and found another village with a structure that spawned a boss called the Flender. On day 25, I fought the boss from inside the house so he wouldn't be able to hit me. On day 26, I managed to kill the boss and I grabbed his loot. On day 27, I found a pyramid that had our second boss. The name of this boss is the Enchantinus? Bro, why couldn't they just name it something like Enchantus? Just making it hard for no reason. I set a waystone down at the pyramid in case I died. I started by using my bow to take out some of his health and then went in with my diamond sword. This ended up being a hard fight because of his shield that he would put up and his attacks that were similar to an evoker. But eventually he managed to kill me. On day 28, I teleported back to the boss and decided I was going to hit him with my trident and head in when his shield was down. After a while, I managed to beat him and he dropped a trophy and an eye. On day 29, I teleported to a new dungeon and started clearing out the rooms. I found a diamond pickaxe with fortune 2, efficiency 4, and mending. I also found another amazing diamond pickaxe and diamond boots with feather falling 4 and a diamond chestplate. I ran into a room that had breeze spawners and wither skeleton spawners. After I cleared it out, I found out that the room was filled with potions. On day 33, I crafted an enchanting table and cleared out some space under my base to place it. On day 34, I traded with my goblin trader to get 2 netherite ingots. I then made a nether portal and went to the nether. I ended up spawning next to 2 of the same bosses, the shielded pyroclast, and it seemed like it was taking damage from the other mobs in the lava, and I just decided to head back home. On day 35, I headed to another dungeon I marked on a waystone, and to be honest, I won't bore you with all the details, I'll just tell you what I got. I got diamond leggings, another OP diamond pickaxe, and some more potions. On day 36, I crafted some bookshelves from my enchanting table. On day 37, I placed the bookshelves around my enchanting table and got a max level enchanting table. On day 38, I headed to the village where I fought the Flender to get a librarian with some good books. Before we continue, I lost the footage of days 37 to 47. I want to apologize for the lost footage during this playthrough. I was just dealing with so many technical problems. To sum it up for you, I fought the boss in the Nether, the shielded pyroclast, and got a trophy. And the most OP item I've gotten so far, the Blade of the Nether, which did 18 attack damage. On day 47, I cleared out an outpost that I found but left the captain in a hole. On day 49, I did some enchanting. I added mending to my nether blade, pickaxe, and bow. On day 54, I found another tower with a waystone and a book with infinity. I ended off the day by trading for some more netherite ingots from the goblin trader. On day 55, I made some stardust upgrade templates and upgraded my diamond armor to stardust armor using the templates and netherite ingots. As soon as I put the armor on, I got an extra 6 hearts of health. On day 57, I enchanted my stardust chestplate with protection 3 and unbreaking 3. And added Frostwalker 2 to my Stardust boots. And I also got my bow to power 5. On day 58, I found our next boss in the Nether, the Samurai. This was a very easy boss fight that only lasted a minute because of my bow. I killed it and then jumped down and grabbed the loot. I then explored the structure the boss was guarding and found some enchanted books and nether stones which can be used to make a nether amulet. On day 60, I crafted a nether amulet. I then decided to start making a farm. I cleared out an area next to the house and brought water using a bucket. On day 61, I finished the farm and planted some berries next to it. On day 62, I used the waystone to teleport to the villager spawner I found earlier. I went over and opened the chest which spawned the villager. Boss battle wasn't as bad because of my OP armor, sword, and bow. With the enchantments, the nether blade did 20 attack damage. It took a few minutes to take out the villager and it dropped its trophy eye and lots of XP. I headed back home and crafted the ender eyes. I then went out and searched for the stronghold and I found it by day 65. I dug down and found the end portal very quickly. I put in the eyes and jumped into the portal. I started by destroying some of the end crystals so the dragon couldn't heal as much. Throughout this whole fight, the dragon breath he was dropping everywhere was making it very hard to hit him, not to mention that the dragon has 1100 health and spawned in mobs to help him. Finally, on day 67, I defeated the dragon but lost all the XP since it went through the portal. On day 69, I headed to the other village to get some emeralds since I needed some mending books. So I got some clay and traded with some masons to get emeralds. I got just enough emeralds to get 2 mending books. I added the books to my Stardust boots and leggings. On day 71, I decided to go through the end gateway and spawned in a new end biome. I walked around and found a blue biome that had a type of end house that had shulkers inside. I killed them and grabbed the shulker boxes that were inside the chest. I then found an end city, went to the top and cleared a room full of shulkers with my bow. I then bridged to the end ship and got the elytra and left. On day 73, I found a boss called the Seeker. I took out about 90% of his health, but he flew away and just disappeared in the blocks. On day 75, I found another Seeker and made sure to kill him before he disappeared, and he dropped a blazing jewel. On day 76, I found another end ship and got an elytra. Now, I have spent 4 days looking for the suit collector, but he was all in vain. This man was avoiding me like my dad when he went to get the milk. I know this is cheating, but I went into creative mode and got a spawn egg and spawned the suit collector in. This boss was extremely easy to defeat, and I managed to kill him in just a minute. On day 82, I decided that I wanted to move out, but first I crafted 2 stacks of fireworks for my elytra. On day 83, I cleared out my farm, then put down all my shulkers and ender chests to move all my stuff. On day 85, I took all the shulkers and teleported to the other village. I decided to build in this space near the village and next to the structure that spawned the Flander. I then spent the next 8 days building, and here's a tour. The house is divided into 4 sections. I used the first section for an enchanting room, the second section for my beds, and the last section for my storage room. If you want to make suggestions on what to put in the rooms, please let me know. Also, I know this base is garbage. On day 94, I found our final boss called the Frostairus. I believe that's how you say it. Which, to be honest, was very easy since it only had 150 health and it didn't even drop anything. On day 95, I borrowed a goblin trader and trapped him in my house mainly because he was trading 12 emeralds for just 12 copper ingots. It's like you're getting a slave for a very cheap price. I traded with him for 12 emeralds, and on day 96, I built a farm in my backyard. On day 97, I decided I wanted to fight the Ender Dragon again, so I grabbed my end crystals to respawn him. I took him down on day 98 and teleported back home. On day 99, there was a thunderstorm, so I went to sleep to complete the 100 days. And that concludes 100 days in Better on Bedrock. I think that this mod pack is honestly the best one in the marketplace, and everyone should try it. I'll see y'all in the next video. And again, sorry for the lost footage.